Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Healing with Heena. This is Dr. Heena, PG scholar in NIH Kolkata, and today is another live session. Okay, just a second, let me set this. Okay, I think I hope okay. Yeah, so today is another session, live YouTube session, where we are discussing about okay, what is wrong. We are discussing Allen's keynote. But today, in today's live session, as you were, you all were requesting, today we will be discussing about another subject other than materia medica, and that is it's very cold here. So yeah, today we will be discussing about another important subject and scoring subject, that is case taking and repertory. Okay. So repertory is important, very important, and it is very scoring subject if we study repertory properly, and the syllabus is limited, so there are huge chances that we can score good marks in a repertory subject alone. But only thing is that you need to do proper revision. Yeah, so only thing is that you need to do proper revision, otherwise then it is all confusing. Okay, but the syllabus is really limited, so the chances are fair and good. So today we will be discussing how to study repertory, and how to uh, you remember it for a long duration, and how to solve MCQs correctly. The syllabus is limited, so you don't need to worry about from where the question will be asked. Only thing you need to do is this rubric hunting of three big repertories, that is CAN, BTPP and BBCR. That is what is most important, and where revision is mostly needed. But baki rest things are description of other small repertories, for which I have already uploaded mind maps on this channel. You can go and check it in AI. In the playlist there is AIPGT series where I have uploaded this mind map. You can go through them. So let's wait for a minute and then we will start our discussion. And if you have any questions related to repertory, please do ask. So important repertory, the three big repertories which are usually asked in competitive exams are Kent repertory, BBCR and BTPB. So this is Kent repertory. The Kent repertory, we call it Kent repertory, but the real name is Repertory of Homeopathic Materia Medica by Dr. J.T. Kent. Okay, so this is Kent repertory. And another important repertory is BTPB. BTPB is Bonninghausen's Therapeutic Pocket Book. BTPB. Okay, and this is BTPB. Okay, this is small, very small book, but this is very useful. And this is the first repertory, you can say first proper repertory. This is the oldest repertory. So this is Bonninghausen. This is Bonninghausen's Therapeutic Pocket Book. Okay, so this is the name BTPB. Okay, this one. BBCR I am not having right now. BBCR is Boger Bonninghausen's Characteristic and Repertory. So three books, three important repertories by three different authors: Dr. James Tyler Kent, Dr. Boger and Dr. Bonninghausen. So So these are the three important from which you need to do rubric hunting. Remember all the rubrics, single medicine rubrics, and what else, comparison, yeah, in which chapter you have to differentiate between all these three repertories rubric wise. Okay, this is important task, and all this you can study very easily. And another important repertory is this also. This is Phatak's repertory. This is Conscience Repertory of Homeopathic Medicine by Dr. S.R. Phatak. So this is Phatak repertory. This is, so basically how you can remember things, okay, just by reading from from some notes like success, or some from this, even this is important book from which we read about all these repertories. This is Essential of Repertorization by Dr. S.K. Tiwari, and this is the book from which we have completed all our UG days, BHMS, and for even for competitive exam, this book is usually read, and we should read, because all the presentation is very nice, all the description is good given, and it is authentic information is given. So yeah, this is important, but these are notes, remember that these are notes, okay, to remember only by reading from this, that this is the Kent repertory, this was like this was published in this is the Phatak repertory and all other repertory. We tend to forget this information just by reading, okay. Once you see the book itself, okay, if you see that this is Phatak's repertory, and if you open it, if you go through it, okay, then that information is retained in our mind for a very long duration, okay. So this is important, that whatever, for the repertory subject particularly, whatever repertory you are reading about, if even if you are making mind map of that particular repertory, just try, because in library usually all the repertories are available. You can borrow it from your senior also, okay, if you have not purchased it. So just open the book and go through it, okay. So then you will remember it for a very long duration, that if you open this Phatak repertory, you will see we have read from, and just confirm whatever you are reading, okay. If we have made a mind map, for example, of Phatak repertory, and you are reading what is the year of publication, who is the author, okay, and what is the type of repertory, what is the logic behind this repertory, okay, all this information. So one by one, whatever you are reading on that notes, in that notes, just try to confirm it by looking into the repertory. Like you can see, first the name you should remember, the complete name of the repertory, then who is the author of the repertory, then after this, what was the year of publication, okay, in which year it was published, you can see that. So you should remember who gave the preface of the repertory. If you read it, if you see it by yourself, you will tend to remember it for long, okay, who gave it the preface. Then how is the what you call, what is the logic, and how is the repertory, the construction of the repertory. So you will, when you open it and you see that it is alphabetical repertory, okay, it starts from alphabet A, okay, then B. So first rubric is abdomen. When you open it and you see, first rubric is abdomen, so it is in your mind now, okay. So it starts with alphabet A, it ends with alphabet Z. The first rubric is abdomen, the last rubric is zygome, okay. So that way, okay. Okay, see each and every repertory if possible. And for rubric hunting, if possible, if you have, you can go through the software also, computer software, in which all these repertories are available, but that is not possible for all. So books are easily available. You can get it from library, from your seniors, from your friends. So you can take from them, and then you can start reading. At least at least you can have a look at it. Likewise, this is Boger Synoptic Key. Okay, so this is very small book, Boger Synoptic Key, also with Materia Medica by Dr. C.M. Boger. Okay, so you need to see what it is. Part 2 part it is having. First part is repertory. So the MCQ you can easily answer if MCQ is asked. If it is usually asked in Boger Synoptic Key, in which part is repertory, okay, and which part is Materia Medica. So if you open it and see that, so it will be written here that this part 1 is analysis means repertory part. So after seeing, you will remember that yeah, first part is repertory, second part is materia medica. Okay, so that is the benefit. If possible, please do and study this way. Okay, another important book I told you is Essentials of Repertorization, and this is the book from which you need to read everything very carefully. Success is important, definitely. Success book has given all the information necessary for cracking your AIPGT, and MCQs are also given good. But before reading from Success, you need to study from this SK Tiwari. Okay, and from SK Tiwari, if you read, you will remember things for a long time. And basic introduction you should know. The first line itself, that may the devil take all the repertories. Okay, from SK Tiwari. The question has been, MCQ is framed on this question on this line itself. Who has said that may the devil take all the repertories? Okay, ekdam first line. Okay, first chapter, first line. Okay, and MCQ, it has one MCQ. So may the devil take all the repertories, it is said by Dr. ATD. So this is introduction. What is the, so start from very basic definition of repertory. Okay, what is repertorization and what different author has said about repertory and repertorization. Okay, then, so this is how you need to start studying. First, you need to remember all the theory part, the repertory, repertorization, what all author has said about repertory. Okay, and then you proceed to what are all different repertories starting from Henneman's time. So you need to you can make a flow chart of it, and then you can easily remember it, that first in this year in Henneman's time which repertory was there, then after which second repertory, third repertory, this way. So it will be easy. So if we start from this, let's see how it is. Yeah, and then for these are important, that important three big repertories is important, and other repertories of which mind maps has been given, that are important. But other than this, okay, जिसकी सारी details available नहीं है, ऐसी जो repertories है, they are small repertories. Okay, जो सिर्फ एक किसी पार्ट की, पर्टिकुलर पार्ट की या क्लिनिकल रिपोर्टरी जो बनी थी, तो फॉर देम यू जस्ट नीड टू रिमेंबर द नेम ऑफ द ऑथर, किसने वो बनाई थी, इतना ही याद आपको रखना है, उसकी डिटेल सारी नहीं पढ़नी है. तो इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग आपको क्या क्या करना है, फर्स्ट इज you need to, there are some repertories for which you need to remember only the name of author. Okay, then there are some repertories for which you need to remember a bit more detail about them, like the year of publication and the number of rubric, number of medicines and all such details. So for which mind maps I was talking about, wo. And then the third part is the repertories for which you need to remember all the details as well as the rubrics of that particular repertories. Only three repertories are there for which you need to remember all the details, like the year of publication and all basic detail, as well as the basic rubrics from each chapter of that repertory. So this repertory, as I already told you, is Kent repertory, BBCI and BTPB. So these are three. जिसका you need to remember all, मतलब पूरा A to Z सारी चीज़ें पता होनी चाहिए, दिस थ्री बेसिक रिपर्टरी का. बाकी जो फ्यू रिपर्टरीज लाइक द फाटल, द पोगर्सन ऑप्टिक की, मर्फीज रिपर्टरी, सिंथेसिस, सिंथेटिक रिपर्टरी, इन सारी रिपर्टरीज का यू शुड नो ओनली बेसिक डिटेल्स. ओके, नंबर ऑफ रूब्रिक्स, नंबर ऑफ मेडिसिन, ईयर ऑफ पब्लिकेशन, ऑथर, ग्रेडेशन, इतना अगर पता हो तो दैट इज सफिशिएंट. ओके, एंड देन फ्यू रिपर्टरीज जिनका सिर्फ कौन ऑथर था ये पता होना चाहिए. ओके, सो यू नीड टू स्टार्ट विथ फर्स्ट द डेफिनेशन. ओके, द डेफिनेशन ऑफ what is happening. Okay, So first you need to start with the definition. Remember, सबको पता ही है what is repertory, what is repertorization, and what different author has said about different repertories. Okay, repertory or repertorization method. Okay, then remember, write it down somewhere. जो अलग अलग repertories है, तो एक आप you can do is all the repertories of headache by different authors. This has already given in success. यहाँ पर बहुत अच्छे से ये सब चीज़ें सक्सेस नहीं और इट इज़ गिवन इन टर्निंग पॉइंट. ओके, वन टेबल हैज़ बीन मेड, दैट इज़ रियली गुड, सो यू कैन रेफर टू दैट एंड फ्रॉम देयर you can try to remember that repertories. Okay, so you need to remember the name of first repertory by, okay, it starts at 8:30 or 8:45. Okay, so can anyone tell me what is the name of repertory by Dr. Henneman? Repertory by Dr. Henneman, by Dr. Samuel Henneman. If not complete name, at least the starting. Anyone? Yes, good. Okay, Ajay, no, your answer is not. By Henneman, I was asking. Okay, by Henneman. The antisoric is by Dr. Bonninghausen. Antisoric is repertory of antisoric is by Dr. Bonninghausen. My first repertory was made by Dr. Henneman himself. Okay, and the name was Fragmenta de Viribus. Okay, Scivinceno. Fragmenta de Viribus Medicamentorum Positivis Scivinceno Corporo Humano Observatives. Okay, and it was published in 1805. Okay, so that was the first repertory. Okay, so what you want, basic detail you want me to start, or we can jump directly to important part related to exam? How we should proceed? Yeah, right, that will be fine. Okay, yeah, so you need to remember this, the name. Yes, exam related, right? So okay, so first repertory, about Henneman's repertory, let's see. So first repertory, the complete name of the repertory, number one, the year of publication. So the name, as I told you, was Fragmenta de Viribus Medicamentorum Positivis Scivinceno Corporo Humano Observatives. Okay, this was the first repertory by Dr. Henneman. Okay, and it was published in the year 1805. To remember the name, the year of publication, year 1805, and the language, in which language it was written. Okay, so it was written in Latin language. Okay, three things you need to remember about that repertory. Okay, and also that which was the part, it was two part, first and second, two parts were there. So in which part repertory was included, first or second part? Okay, to remember that it was in second part. Second part was index and first part was materia medica. So remember this much about Henneman's first repertory. Okay, then after that, next you need to remember is, yeah, as someone was talking, antisoric repertory, that was by Dr. Bonninghausen. So Bonninghausen's antisoric repertory was in 1832 year. Remember the year, important. Okay, so in 1832, repertory named with Repertory of Antisoric Medicine was published by Dr. Bonninghausen. This is important. And another important question is, who gave the introduction to the repertory? And the answer is Henneman. Okay, the preface or introduction was given by Dr. Henneman. Okay, Then yeah, first alphabetical repertory was by whom? This is also important question, and the answer is Glasser. Glasser was the one who first wrote alphabetical repertory. Okay, so you can get all this information from this success as well as from this SK Tiwari. Okay, now what I will be telling you important is, basically now if you read only from success, what I am telling you from my experience, if you read only from success repertory part, that is so good that it has covered everything, each and everything. Okay, so you need to read it carefully, each and every single line, read it very carefully, and do revision. Okay, important is revision. So because we get confused in the year of publication, so that should not happen. Okay, so remember the year very well, and each and every detail is given in this, which is very important. So let's see, I'll ask you question, let's see if you people can answer, and then we will proceed how to remember it or how to study it. Okay, so question will be framed that okay, like you need to remember the quotations, like what different author has said about repertory. Okay, you need to remember this. This has been given in very detail in this success. So who told that every repertory is useful? Unfortunately, not one is complete. Okay, options are Boger, B. Kent, C. Bonninghausen, and D. Henneman. Who said this? Who said that every repertory is useful? Yes, good. Every repertory is useful. Unfortunately, not one is complete. Okay, so this has been said by Dr. Boger. So this way, now other questions which can be framed on this is, the need of the repertory comes from the character of homeopathy itself, is said by whom? Other quotations you need to remember is, the need of the repertory comes from the character of homeopathy itself, is said by, anyone knows? Without option. Okay, let's see options. Option A is Dr. J.D. Kent. Option B is Dr. C.M. Boger. Option, yes, option C is Dr. Barthel and Klunker. And the correct answer is Dr. Barthel and Klunker. Said that the need of the repertory comes from the character of homeopathy itself. Okay. Group is more important than a single symptom, no matter how much peculiar it is. Barthel and Klunker was correct answer. Good. Next question is, group is more important than a single symptom, no matter how much peculiar it is. Single symptom, how much peculiar, it is not important. Group is more important. Said by Dr. P. Schmidt, Dr. J. H. Clark, Bonninghausen, or Dr. Henneman. Correct. So correct answer is Bonninghausen. Yes, Bonninghausen is correct answer. Good. A tool is as good as a workman who handle it. Who said this? A tool is as good as a workman who handles it. Dr. H.A. Robert, A. B. Dr. J.H. Allen, C. Dr. Clark, and D. Dr. M.L. Dhawale. Dhawale, yes. Dr. M.L. Dhawale, but okay, उसमें भी confusion. They give you option Dr. M.L. Dhawale, Dr. L.D. Dhawale. So the correct answer is M.L. Dhawale. Okay. Repertory is essentially an index. Who said this? Repertory is essentially an index. Kent, Boger, Bonnighausen, Hahnemann. Correct. This is Apurva Pratihar. Good. Yes. The repertory is essentially an index, is said by Dr. C.M. Boger. Okay, so this way you need to remember all the, yes, C.M. Boger is correct answer. So this way question will be asked from this quotation. So you need to remember all what different author has said about repertory. This is one part. Okay. Another important part is you need to remember the type of repertory. Okay. So which are all alphabetical repertory, which are all clinical repertory, okay, which are all Kentian type of repertory. You need to remember, okay, regional repertory and special repertory, all this way. Okay, so can anyone give me one example of alphabetical repertory? How many alphabetical repertory? Okay, give me one example. Any one name of alphabetical repertory? Yes, Fatak repertory is correct. One more, if anyone knows. Fatak is correct. Good. Fatak is correct answer. Okay, which was the first Indian repertory? Yes, correct. And which was first alphabetical repertory? By whom? This is correct. Yeah, first Indian repertory is Manual of Homeopathy, repertory by Father Muller. Right, correct. So first Indian repertory is Manual of Homeopathy. The author was Father Muller. Good, that was good. And which was the first alphabetical repertory? Yes, very good. So first alphabetical repertory. So remember this, okay? Two questions are there. Don't get confused. Okay. First alphabetical repertory. First, okay, not from any country they are asking specifically. First alphabetical repertory is by Dr. Glaser. Okay. And first Indian repertory if they are asking, or first Indian alphabetical repertory they are asking. So then that is this Manual of Homeopathy by Dr. Father Muller. Okay, remember these two questions are confusing. First Indian. Okay, if it is Indian then it is Father Muller. If not only first then it is Glaser. Okay, remember this. Okay, so tell me, Repertory of Intermittent Fever is by whom? The author of Intermittent Fever. Repertory of Intermittent Fever. Yes, correct. So Repertory of Intermittent Fever is by Dr. W.A. Allen. Okay. And Repertory of Fever. Fever, only fever and intermittent fever. Two things are there. Yes, very good. OHA. Is it HA? HC, yes. Okay. Alphabetical repertory is means serially, like A to Z it is given. Okay, like any location, any sensation can be taken as first, because it will start with, like as I was saying, this repertory, Fatak repertory. This is alphabetical repertory, right? So here you can see, yes, in intermittent fever is WALN and only fever is HCLN. Okay, both are LN and both are fever, so it is confusing. But remember it, intermittent fever is WALN and only fever is HCLN. Okay, now you can see here, this is alphabetical repertory. This is Fatak's repertory. Okay, I hope you will be able to see this. Okay, so this is alphabetical repertory, Fatak repertory, and here you can see that the first, it starts with A because it is alphabetical, so it will start with A, and the first rubric given here is abdomen. Okay, and then subrubrics are given like abdomen affections in general, then upper abdomen, lower abdomen, sides, all these things are given alphabetically. Okay, even subrubrics are arranged alphabetically. Okay, so first rubric is abdomen, then after abdomen we can see, so all this rubrics related to abdomen are given first, then after abdomen the next rubric given is abortion. Okay, the third rubric given is abrupt, fourth is abscess. Okay, and this way, then activity fruitless, adherent, admonition, adynemia, aeroplane flying in aggravation. So now you can see that the rubrics in alphabetical repertory are arranged alphabetically. Okay, एक कोई different chapters are not given here. Okay, everything is given like whatever is the symptom of the patient. Okay, whatever is the rubric, maybe it related to any particular part of the body. Okay, maybe it can be location, it can be sensation. Okay, it can be any mind rubric, general rubric, everything is given alphabetically included in like फॉर एग्जाम्पल ए से अगर स्टार्ट हो रहा है, ओके, तो ए में जितने भी रूब्रिक्स पेशेंट के रहेंगे लोकेशन से रिलेटेड, ए से जितने भी बॉडी के पार्ट है वो सब इसमें आएंगे, ए से जितने सेंसेशन स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं वो सब इस चैप्टर में आएंगे, ए से जितने भी पेशेंट का एग्रावेशन होगा या कोई भी मेंटल सिम्टम जो ए से स्टार्ट होगा, माइंड सिम्टम, वो सारा कुछ ए अल्फ़ाबेट में इंक्लूड कर दिया जाएगा. ओके, सो दिस इज अल्फ़ाबेटिकल एंड दैट वे बी medicines arranged alphabetically is different. Okay, remember this. Now this repertory, whole repertory is alphabetical. मतलब क्या होता है कि जैसे मैं बता रही हूँ, whole repertory is alphabetical, कि अगर आपको कहीं वहाँ पर सर्च करना होगा, if you want to search for a particular rubric in that repertory, so you need to know the first alphabet. Okay, like if you want to search for pain, okay, so you need to go in the alphabet pain. Okay, and in that sub rubrics you will find different kinds of pain in different parts of the body. पार्ट बॉडी का कोई भी हो, सारे पेन आपको एक जगह पे एक ही चैप्टर में पी, अंडर पी यू विल गेट एवरीथिंग. ओके, दिस इज अल्फाबेटिकल रेपर्टरी. ओके, एंड देन व्हाट इज एनाटॉमिकल रेपर्टरी. एनाटॉमिकल अरेंजमेंट का मतलब होता है इट इज अरेंज एज पर द schema, like how Hahnemann used to arrange that. It has given importance to mind. So first mind होगा और फिर नीचे इसकी तरफ जाते जाएंगे तो head. First chapter is mind, then उसके बाद head आएगा, head के बाद vertigo है, eyes है, vision है, nose है, that way सारे एनाटॉमिकली एक एक पार्ट को लिया जाएगा. तो अगर आपको किसी एनाटॉमिकल स्कीमा में जो अरेंज की गई है रेपर्टरी, इफ़ यू वांट टू सर्च any rubric in that, so you need to go into that particular chapter. For example, pain, if you are searching, अगर आप pain in head pain अगर आप सर्च करें, for example headache. Okay, headache अगर आपको सर्च करना है, if you have two repertories, one is alphabetical repertory and other is anatomically arranged repertory. So in alphabetical repertory, even if it is headache, okay, or you can get it directly into H either, or you have to go into alphabet P for pain, and then subrubric will be head pain. Okay, but in anatomically arranged repertory you need to go into the chapter head, and in that you will get a rubric pain, and under that you will get all the medicines, and that medicines are also in each and every repertory. It is arranged alphabetically. मतलब जितनी medicines headache के लिए होगी, all starting with alphabet A will be arranged, then B, C, ऐसा general में. But then the medicines having more marks, तो gradation इसीलिए बनाया हुआ है कि more marks को bold किया जाएगा, कहीं कहीं पे उसको you can say capital लिखा जाएगा, okay, कहीं पर small लिखा जाएगा, okay. So this way, so this is the basic difference. Alphabetical में you will get everything A to Z, and in anatomical you will get according to different parts of the body, okay. So this is basic. So yeah, we were discussing about intermittent and fever and fever. So repertory of fever is by Dr. H.C. Allen, and repertory of intermittent fever is by Dr. W.A. Allen, and repertory of diarrhea is by Bell's diarrhea. Yes, correct. And repertory of headache is by yes, correct, Bell's diarrhea. जैसे कि good. So and what are this type of repertory जो अभी हम बोल रहे हैं, we are discussing like the repertory for fever, repertory for diarrhea, repertory for headache, disease condition. According to disease condition, the repertory which is according to disease condition are known as special repertories. Yes, basically special repertories, right. So all the special repertories are according to disease condition. Particular एक कोई disease condition को अगर हमें देखना है in that particular repertory, so that is called as repertory of special repertory. They are called as special repertory. And regional repertory. So remember this difference as well. There are some repertories which are regional repertory and some repertories which are special repertory. So special repertory is according to disease condition, and regional repertories are according to different parts of the body, okay. For example, now repertory of eye is by whom? Berezine. Yes, correct. So it is Berezine. Repertory of tongue is by Berezine, right, correct. And repertory of tongue, very good. Repertory of tongue is by Douglas. Yes, M.E. Douglas. Good. Okay, now tell me, two things are there. So one is repertory of head and another is repertory of headache. So repertory of head and repertory of headache, both. Tell me both. Head by whom? Repertory of head is by Neidhart, right? Yes. Neidhart is repertory of head is by C. Neidhart, and repertory of headache is by J.C. King, as you all said. So this is the basic difference. Remember this, okay? Regional repertory, special repertory. These are two types of repertories. And then we have alphabetical repertory, as I told you. Then we have clinical repertory. Yes, J.C. King is headache. And then we have clinical repertories. Now, what is clinical repertory? Any idea about clinical repertory? An example of clinical repertory? Hmm. No, Murphy is not. Yes, it is. Yeah, Boric's repertory is clinical repertory. Clark's repertory is clinical repertory. Yes, which we can use easily in your clinical practice for clinical, conditions, different clinical conditions. Okay, that repertories are clinical repertory is important, and very famous clinical repertory is Boric's repertory. Okay, so yeah, and it is by O.E. Boric, yes, Oscar Boric. And Clark's repertory, G.H. Clark's repertory is another clinical repertory. Okay, so these are the clinical repertories. So you should know the clinical repertory, alphabetical repertory, regional repertory, and special repertory. Okay, and so basic repertories. Okay, so there you know difference between the repertory, this Puritan group of repertory, and logico-utilitarian, all these repertories. Okay, fine. Yeah, good. So tell me, okay. So this is the basic about repertory, which I have no any yes. Fill. No, which is the in the repertory in which the symptoms are arranged into the patient's language. Okay, as it is written in pure language. In the patient's language, it has not turned into rubrics. Okay, चैप्टर में rubrics में उसको डिवाइड नहीं किया, एज इट इज जैसे पेशेंट ने प्रूविंग में बताया था वो वैसे ही जहाँ पे मेंशन किए गए उन सारे रिपोर्टरीज को हम प्यूरिटन रिपोर्टरी बोलते हैं. एंड या exact language of the prover is maintained. Okay, yes, correct. So yeah, this is basic, you should know. Okay, yeah. So this is the basic of repertory you should know. Okay, and after this, the important thing where we get confused and where we tend to lose our mark is rubric hunting, which is very important, and different chapters of three important repertories. That is Kent, Berger, and Bonninghausen is important. So let's have a look at different rubrics of Kent's repertory. So you should know the symptom. If I am telling you symptom, you will be telling me what will be the rubric for this. Okay. So if person or child is slow in learning to talk, what will be the rubric? What will be the rubric if the child or a person is slow in learning to talk? How we will form the rubric? This is the symptom, slow in learning to talk. How we will form the rubric? Okay, or yes, good, good. Okay, so this is the symptom basically that a child is slow. Yes, a child is slow in if the child is slow in learning to talk. Okay, this is the symptom we got. Okay, now we have to search this symptom into Kent's repertory. How we will do it? So for this we should know, but delete my instrument directly is not given, na? So we should know that where we can find this rubric. Okay, So in Ken's repertory, the this rubric we can find in mind chapter. In the mind, the chapter is mind. In that, the rubric is talk, and in the sub rubric you can see that it is slow learning too. Okay, so the chapter, you should also remember the chapter. So the chapter is mind. Okay, and the rubric is slow talk. First the chapter first rubric is talk, and then the sub rubric is slow learning too. So talk, slow learning too. Mind, talk, slow learning too. Okay, now see this. Tell me, what if the patient wants to sit? What will be the rubric? Patient wants to sit. This is the symptom, only symptom. Where, in which chapter of Ken's repertory we can find this rubric? Patient wants to sit. Hmm. Good, good. So you have already read, that's why. Otherwise, it will be confusing for those who have not read this. So, sit, you can see if the person wants to sit, the rubric you will be able to find in mind chapter itself. Okay. So, there are some misplaced rubrics also in repertory, and usually these are asked as MCQ. Okay. The simple one are usually not asked, the one which are misplaced. Okay, or the one which you can differentiate it from other repertory, like from BTPB or BBCR. Those rubrics or those questions are usually asked. Like for example, sit, patient wants to sit. Now sit, by reading the word sit, we will think of chapter extremities, generalities and all this, but the rubric given is in mind chapter, and the rubric is sit. Chapter is mind, the rubric is sit, sub rubric is inclination 2. Okay, sit, inclination 2. Now tell me, patient wants to lie down. Now if patient wants to sit, you will find it in mind chapter. Now patient wants to lie down, where you can find this? Patient wants to lie down. Correct, correct. So this is it. After reading that, if patient wants to sit, yes, if patient want to sit is given in mind, you can think that lie down भी mind में हो सकता है, right? But this is the thing, that if patient wants to sit, you have to go and look it into mind chapter. But if patient wants to lie down, you have to go and see it into generalities chapter. Yes, in generalities you can see lie down, inclination 2. ओके, सो रिमेंबर, जब पेशेंट को बैठना है तो माइंड में है, लेटना है तो जनरलिटीज में है. माइंड इज द फर्स्ट चैप्टर, जनरलिटीज इज द लास्ट चैप्टर. ओके, बैठना, लेटना, दिस इज, remember this, these are usually asked, such type of questions are usually asked in exam. Okay, and where you can find yawning in Ken's repertory, where you can find yawning group, yawning symptom or rubric. What will be the rubric and where you can find it? Yawning. Okay, I am yawning. Good. Yes, you're right. Yawning is the rubric and the chapter is sleep. Correct. This is easier. Hai na? Now one more confusing. Let's see. Where you can find this symptom. Emission when fondling woman. In which chapter you can find this symptom and what will be the rubric? Emission Okay, only emission is written. Okay, so emission when fondling woman. Only woman, sorry, only emission is given. Emission, only emission, yes. Yes, correct. So, oh, if the rubric is directly emission, okay. So, emission, not particular anything is given. Emission when fondling woman is in prostate chapter. Yes, correct. Prostate chapter. The rubric is emission fondling woman while. Okay, emission fondling woman while. And another symptom is seminal. Okay, seminal when frolicking with woman. Okay, earlier it was only emission, now they have given seminal. So seminal when frolicking with woman. Now which chapter? Yes, correct. Okay, so whenever it is seminal, remember, whenever this emission is given, whenever the word seminal is given, it is always in genitalia, and only genitalia is male. Okay, male is not written, only genitalia is written. That means you have to assume that it is male. Okay, and for female it is written genitalia female. Okay, so only genitalia is male, and the rubric is seminal emission woman while. Okay, seminal emission woman while. Good. Okay, if patient gets relief by constipation, okay, it is better by constipation or relief by constipation, then what will, in which chapter we can find this rubric? The rubric is, I'll tell you the rubric will be constipation ameliorate. Okay, the rubric is constipation ameliorate. In which chapter we can find this? Constipation ameliorate. Correct. So constipation ameliorate, whatever aggravation or amelioration के अगर दिए हुए हैं general, like constipation is general thing ना, so constipation ameliorate is given in generalities. Okay, but now see, what if diarrhea ameliorates all symptoms? Hmm. It is not only constipation amelioration आगे लिखा हुआ है. So constipation amelioration is there if, so the chapter will be generalities. Okay, and if only constipation is there, that will be in rectum. Which one? Diarrhea ameliorates? Tell me. Yes, diarrhea. Now see, diarrhea ameliorate will be constipation. If it is ameliorating, it is generalities. But if diarrhea is ameliorating, then it is rectum. Okay. What must be thought behind all this now? Why diarrhea? Diarrhea and constipation both should be there. Then diarrhea ameliorate is in rectum and constipation ameliorate is in generalities. And what if menstruation is ameliorating all the complaint? Menses is ameliorating all the complaint. Then which chapter? Where is menstruation given in Ken's repertory? In which chapter of Ken's repertory we can find the rubric menstruation or menses. Only generalities. You can find this rubric at two places. Menses ameliorates. Menses ameliorates? Yes, yes. Yes, correct. So because female genitalia means menses should be there now. And it is there. So female genitalia is common. Yes, it is there. But as it is ameliorating all the complaint, it is included into generalities as well. Okay, so both generalities and female genitalia is having this rubric. And what if it is relieved by sweat? Okay, symptoms are ameliorated by sweating. In which chapter we can find this? Amelioration by sweating. Hmm. Amelioration is by sweating, perspiration. Good, very good. Okay. Good. And also one more, if person is having stammering speech, okay, stammering speech, in which chapter we can find this stammering speech? Stammering speech is given in which chapter? Correct, good. Mouth. In mouth you can find the rubric stammering speech. Okay. And where we will find slow or hasty speech. If this speech is stammering, then it is in mouth. Okay. But if it is slow or if it is hasty, then where it will be? Yes, correct. Why so? Okay. So yeah, this way you need to do all the rubric hunting, okay, of all the three repertories. Okay, so today we have only started with this Kent's repertory, and that too not very properly, but yeah, at least introductory part we have completed. And then we should know the single medicine, Kent single medicine. So these are all important. And if you if you by heart it all this and you do revision, then definitely there are chances that you can score good. And if you score good in repertory, your overall score will improve. Okay. And all India rank improves when you score good in one particular subject. So negative marking is less, and the chances of getting all India rank is good all India rank is more. Okay, so for this you need to remember all this, and start with one particular repertory, one repertory, read about it completely, read about all the rubrics. Okay, and then proceed to another repertory. Don't just jump from one repertory to another. Complete one first, and then you can move on to another one. Okay, so first start with Kent repertory, and then you can study other repertories. Okay, and by side also study other repertories, make mind map as I show you. And if you have not seen, you can go and search on this channel. The playlist is given AIPGT series, and there you can find mind map of different repertories. So that way you can make your own mind map and stick on the wall, and have look every day, so that you will be able to memorize all the important points about that repertory. Okay, so yeah, that was all for today, I think. Okay, anything you would like to ask? Any doubt, any question, any suggestion? Or and hopefully you have all have seen that I have posted that there will be a live session on Saturday 3 p.m. where Dr. Subhas Singh, Director of National Institute of Homeopathy, will be there, and we will be discussing about Kolkata method of prescribing, how the practice is there. Yeah, how is practice there in Kolkata, and especially in NIH. So that all things we will be discussing on Saturday. So do join and ask your friends as well to do so. And yeah, about misplaced rubric, that is a very important part. Misplaced rubric, a good chart is given, comparative chart is given in this. Yeah, but the answer, how many knows out? The correct answer is 15 only. Okay, the correct answer is 15. Yeah, I know there is confused, but the answer correct is 15 only. It is 15. Okay, and what I was saying, yeah, misplaced rubric, yeah, you can see the table in given in turning point, and if not, I can discuss that with you, or even I can share with you that table. So it is given nicely in turning point for all the misplaced rubric of different all three repertories are compared there. So that is a good one. And about nosode in Ken's repertory, it is 15. The correct answer is 15 only. Okay. So anything else? Yeah. Okay. So that was all for today. Thank you so much for joining. Take care. Bye. Good night.